Test 1, 2.
Hello, test, testing.
Yep.
Yep.
So we just get that I a little.
Yep. Yeah. You want me to read?
Yeah, we'll see that back and then I'll turn this volume up and then we can test the.
All right, test on this computer. Oh, the YouTube's too loud. So,
Uh-oh. I'm scared.
don't be scared. All right, so we're doing the test here. Can you hear me over there? Testing the blue ball, testing the blue ball. Can you hear me when I'm speaking over there? Because I'm unmuted here. Testing, 1, 2, testing, 1, 2. Okay. Awesome. So then the blue ball works.
Hi, everybody. I think we're
Hi,
just
Ian.
waiting for our two judges.
Is it Kathy and who's the other judge?
Sandy.
Okay.
They'll be joining from the same computer. So once they're there, once they log on, we'll see them.
It's important to treat the judges well so they make rulings.
Hi, Melissa. So happy to see you all. I know it's a lot different this year, but we'll get it done. And I'm so thankful you guys could all join. Hi, Ali. I know you're out there somewhere. I see you. Hi, everybody. Hi, Kathy.
Can I turn?
I mean, tables.
Yeah, I am right now.
All right.
Are you all in there?
Yes, we got it.
Okay, so we're just gonna hang out for a few minutes. And then I'll wait till Sandy and Kathy get here.
Maybe they're just stopping to get donuts.
Yeah, or they can't get into the office.
It's fine. I'll just.
So we should be up and streaming for anyone who wants to view. The site is active for streaming.
Okay, and I was gonna ask you to do that. We're gonna tweet it out and stuff. Is there do we have to refer them to anything specific, Melissa?
They can go to the Bellefonte Area School District YouTube page. If you go there now, the link is active. We are streaming live at this moment. So-
Okay, awesome. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you, Bellefonte. If you guys could let everyone know to watch, if you have access to, that'd be great.
Yep, I'm about to tweet it out for our group too, so
Can I tweet it out?
All right.
go for it.
Yeah, this is
I'm like,
I don't have Twitter. I don't know how that works.
Oh, she's there.
There she is. Our judges are here. Okay, thanks, Kathy. Okay, bye.
Hi, everybody again.
We're here.
It looks like everyone's here, and if it's okay, we could get started because I know it is a school day. If that's okay with everybody. Thumbs up. All right. Hi, everyone, and welcome to Slay the Dragon 2021. I'm really excited to see you all. I'm a little bit sad that we're not at the mall as usual together, but I'm still happy that we could do this again. It took a lot of work with you all getting organized, and I know you did a lot of studying, and our team here for prevention services at the Center County Youth Service Bureau really did a lot of work to get it going. So we have a couple of new things this year. So we have, as you can see, we have, for nostalgic purposes and ribbon count, we have our original board. And then Callie created a digital board, so you'll all be able to see the questions digitally as we play every game, as we play games. We'd like to have everyone to at least get 2 games this year. I don't know, there's might be time crunches for some of you that have to teach later on in the afternoon or whatever. But I think this year, to help ease, can you be on that one? To help ease some of the struggles we would have virtually, we decided that we'll have the 2 middle schools play each other first. And then I know, if it's okay, Allie, if she's there.
Yep, we're here.
Did you want to play your second game right after, or did you want to let Bellefonte or whoever, how would you want to get your second game?
Whatever works for you. We are good until noon.
Okay, so we might have to make an adjustment or 2 along the way, so everyone please be flexible with us, and we'll make it fun and smooth as possible. But I would like to, before I get started, I'd like to introduce 2 of our guests with us today. First I'd like to introduce Mark Mccann. You all should know him from last year. He's our wonderful MC, and he'll be asking you your questions, so go easy on him. I wrote the questions. You guys could blame me at the end for whatever you want. I know our judge Kathy will certainly be blaming me for whatever happens. That's okay. And then we also have to introduce our other judge, Sandy, who's sitting in the same room as Kathy. Longtime judges, so go easy on them also. And then I'd like to introduce, sitting under the name Haley is Adam from the Bellefonte Elks, and he's one of the persons who helps make this possible by their donations to help us run this every year. So the awesome t-shirts that you all are wearing are courtesy of Adam. So I'd like to introduce him, and he'd like to say a couple of words.
Thanks, Ian. I really want to thank Ian for inviting me and to participate in this. This is a great, it's just going to be a great morning. And, the Elks, I'm a member of the Bellefonte Elks, Lodge 1094, the leading knight for the Elks. So we participated in this, in this program, and, one of the sponsors. And we are so happy that this year we can make it happen because of all that's going on. And you guys know better than the rest of us of the challenges we've had this year. But to be able to get this in this format and make this happen is just an outstanding, it's an outstanding opportunity to get together and have some fun, but, and some challenges too. So again, Ian, thank you very much for inviting me. And we are really happy to participate and look forward to the day. This will be my first year actually participating, so I'm looking forward to it. Thanks, Ian.
Well, thanks for being here. I'd like to, before we start, one thing, after each game, we'll take a pause, and the ribbon, if you have ribbons, you will go into a break. I'll send you into a breakout room with Haley, you all know Haley, she did your ribbons last year if you participated. And then you'll do your ribbons, then we'll come back, and then we'll, since there's only 3 teams, we'll reset for the next game. Well, that'll give us a chance to set the board up again. And Callie will be keeping score on the board that she has created. Kathy, if you all want, we could add the timer, or did you want to keep time just as normal on your side?
You think? Yeah. And
I think they're frozen.
Mhm.
Our judges are froze. I see someone there with their hand in the air pumping that they're happy the judge froze. I think. All right, so before we get started, let's see. Mark, did you have anything you would like to say?
No, nope. Just wait for you to hand it off and then we'll get started.
All right.
Just wanted to say good morning to everybody and thank you to the entire prevention team for figuring this out. I'm just here as backup to help everyone. I'm really excited that we had these 3 schools participating. So thank you to the students and to the advisors who got them to this point. And thank you to Adam for sponsorship. I know you guys will all be really patient with us as we we'll just have fun today and weed our way through these technical challenges. So there she is, she's back. Okay, thank you, everybody.
Okay. Kathy, when you're connected, oh, there you go. I wanted to know, did you want Callie to add the time, how much time per question to the board, or did you want to just keep time on your side? She's here.
I'm here and I can hear you.
Awesome. So did you want to keep the time per question?
I think we do 1 minute for each question and we give kind of an alert at 30 seconds and 45 seconds.
Okay. Can you handle it? So do you want, so Callie could add the time to the board and the kids could see it as it ticks off. Would that be helpful?
If that's helpful for them, that's fine. We'll also keep time at our end.
Okay. All right. So Callie will help keep time and then she'll give the notification for you guys.
Okay.
All right. With that being said, we're going to play Bellefonte Middle School first versus Mount Nittany Middle School. And I am going to ask just for this that we just turn off our mics except for the 2 schools and Mark who are participating and the judges. And good luck, everybody. I hope you have fun. Thank you. Mark, it's all yours.
All right. Good morning, everybody. And thank you for being here at SLAY 2021. And thanks to our guests, because we have some folks on YouTube watching. So this is pretty fantastic. As Denise and Ian said, we really appreciate your patience because we're figuring this out. It's really great that we're able to do this. It's a little different than when we were at the mall last year. So thanks for your flexibility and patience because we'll probably be making some decisions on the fly as we go. So in our first game, we have Bellefonte Middle School against Mount Nittany Middle School. There will be 30 questions on the board. And what I'm going to do, at least for starters, before each question, I will ask a qualifying question, which will be a true and false question. And whoever is recognized first can take a crack to answer the qualifying question. And if they get that correct, they will move on to a question from the board. I think I see Kayla by the board. It's a beautiful board. It's fantastic, colorful. So it's really nice that we're able to have that. If they do not get the qualifying question correct, we'll go to the other team to have a crack at the question. And for the second question, sorry, I just kind of threw me a little bit. Okay, so Kelly's working some digital magic here. There's the board. Boy, this is even nicer than Jeopardy. This is pretty fantastic. The second question will go to the other school. And then we'll keep switching off like that. Ian, you can correct me if that's wrong or if you have a different understanding, but that's what we're going to try to do. So does anyone have any questions before we start with our first qualifying question? All right. And just a reminder, most of you know this, there are some difficult things to pronounce. So we will all be patient with each other and understand everyone's doing his or her best, and there are multiple ways to pronounce things, but like Denise said, let's just have some fun. Okay, first qualifying question, and I may need some help identifying which school is going to be acknowledged first, but here's the question. Drinking is a personal decision that we each eventually have to make. Is that true or false?
True.
Correct. So we will now go on to the first question. You get to choose your.
Hey, Mark, can I interrupt super quick? For the true false, are we like competing against the other team, or is it just, are we going to go back and forth? Because normally we would flip a coin, I think, for which team goes first.
That's how we've done it in the past. They flip a coin and then they go back and forth. So as to not make it overly competitive on the two.
Yeah, so do we want to flip a coin, or is it okay? Do we want to start over is my question.
We can do that. Yeah, I think if you can just let me know what you think works best, we'll do that. So are we?
We will do a coin flip.
Okay.
Yeah.
That seems fair. Yeah. Do you have a coin?
I do not. I can go get one.
Sport. Yeah.
Yep.
You want to do one there or here?
So heads. Oh wait, that's heads. That's tails. There was 2 heads on it. It's not a trick quarter, I promise. So how do we want to call it?
How about Bellefonte Middle calls it?
Okay. All right, here it goes.
Tails.
Tails it is. Bellefonte Middle School gets the first qualifying question then?
Is that how we're gonna go? Okay. So this is for Bellefonte Middle, and it's a true or false question. Alcohol can be created by fermenting anything.
False.
That is correct. Okay, so then you get to choose a category, and we will start at the top and work down for each category. But you get to choose a category each time.
Marijuana.
Here's the question. What are 2 reactions most commonly noted as negative acute effects of marijuana intoxication?
anxiety, and panic.
That's correct. This is a pretty amazing board, Kelly. All right, so that is off the board. And I guess my question is, are we doing a qualifying question or just going to Mount Nittany Middle?
There's a second, they get a second question off the board before we go to Mount Nittany for a qualifying
Okay.
question.
All right. All right, so Bellefonte Middle, what would your second question, what category would you like?
Marijuana.
Staying with marijuana for 200. Name 3 withdrawal symptoms of marijuana.
Anxiety, depression, and nausea.
Those are correct. And there are many more, including fatigue, insomnia, restlessness. Excellent job. It's 200 points. Okay, so now for my help, are we doing another qualifying question or are we going to Mount Nittany Middle School?
We go to Mount Nittany Middle School and they get a qualifying question.
Okay.
And Mark, if you want to mix them up instead of going straight through, that would be okay as well.
I'm sorry, I couldn't hear you.
If you want to go to another category of qualifying questions, so we mix them up, that would be
Oh,
good too.
absolutely. Yep. Okay, so this is qualifying question for Mount Nittany Middle School. And these are all true, false, the qualifying questions. Cocaine is a Schedule I drug.
True.
Incorrect, it's actually false. So now, qualifying question for Bellefonte Middle School. Is that correct?
Yep.
I want to make sure we're doing this the correct way. Here's your qualifying question, Bellefonte Middle School. True or false, shoe polish and spray paints are commonly abused by 12 to 15-year-olds.
True.
That is correct. So Bellefonte Middle School gets to choose their category.
Marijuana.
Staying with marijuana for 300. Name 2 effects of using marijuana in high doses.
Hallucinations and delusions.
That is correct. Get to choose again.
Marijuana.
All right, for 400. Eating foods or drinking beverages that contain marijuana have some different risks than smoking marijuana, including a greater risk of what?
Poisoning.
That is correct. Okay, so, and the reason I'm asking is Ian and I talked about this, a possible different way to do this. Are we doing a qualifying question for Mount Nittany? Okay. All right. This is a true false qualifying question for Mount Nittany Middle School. True or false, designer drugs were outlawed by legislation in 1947.
False.
That is correct. Nittany gets to choose a category off the board.
Alcohol.
Alcohol for 100. What is the definition of alcohol use disorder?
Diagnosis from medical professional.
We're coming. Hold on. They're working together on doing
Oh,
the
okay. Just making sure they're not done yet.
So say that after. Go ahead.
After determination that that causes a number of problems.
Is that your complete answer? I think that is correct. Judges? Just trying to make sure we have the system down. Yes, that is correct. Bellefonte, you may choose again. Nittany Middle School.
Alcohol.
Alcohol for 200. Name 4 side effects of alcohol poisoning.
I think you should just say that.
Comatose, seizing, incoherency, and confusing. Or whatever. Confusion.
Comatose, incoherency, confusion, and what was the 4th one?
Seizing.
Seizing. Yes, that is correct. All right, so qualifying question for Bellefonte Middle School. True or false? Tranquilizers are abused by 2.2 million people.
False.
Incorrect. It's actually all right. So qualifying question for Mount Nittany Middle School.
Yep.
True or false? Barbiturates are also known as red birds.
This is
True.
Correct. Mount Nittany, you can choose your category.
Alcohol.
Alcohol for 300. Because alcohol slows the function of the central nervous system, it is known as a what?
A depressant.
Correct. Go ahead, choose again.
Alcohol.
Alcohol for 400. Name 3 causes of teen alcoholism.
family risk factors.
Family risk factors.
Community risk
Community
factors.
factors.
Individual risk factors.
Individual risk factors.
That is correct. And again, kudos to Kelly for making this incredible electronic board. It may not go by the wayside in future years. I don't know. So we have a qualifying question for Bellefonte Middle School. True or false? MDPV stands for methyl N-etioxypyrovalerone, or something close to that.
Can you repeat the question?
I was afraid you're going to say that. MDPV stands for methyl N-etioxypyrovalerone. I'm sorry, valerone.
True.
That is correct. All right, Bellefonte, it's your choice.
Marijuana.
Finishing out the category for 500. High school seniors in states that allow medical or recreational marijuana are more likely to do what?
Vape marijuana or consume edibles.
Correct.
Go for the 500, yeah.
You may choose again.
Alcohol.
Alcohol for 500. Because the brain is not fully developed until early adulthood, drinking alcohol during the growth period can lead to lifelong damage in what 3 brain functions?
Memory, motor skills, and coordination.
Correct. Two $500 answers correct there. We'll now go to Mount Nittany Middle School for a qualifying question. True or false, a cigarette contains about 12 milligrams of nicotine?
That's
True.
Sorry, it's false. We will go to Bellefonte Middle School with a qualifying question. True or false, alcohol is absorbed into the bloodstream?
True.
That's correct. Bellefonte Middle School, your choice.
Synthetic drugs.
Synthetic drugs for 100. What are the 3 effects of excited delirium?
Death, dehydration, kidney failure.
That is correct. You may choose again.
Vaping.
Vaping for 100. Name 2 of the 4 long-lasting effects that e-cigarettes and nicotine can have on the teen brain.
problems managing impulses and emotional instability.
I'm going to go to the judges here.
No.
Sorry, it's not correct. All right. Is Mount Nittany able to try to steal this? No? Okay. So that question's...
Go to the qualifying question.
I'm sorry?
We'll go to the qualifying question.
Okay. So Mount Nittany gets a qualifying question. Here are the correct responses. Difficulties with concentration, learning, impulse control, and attention and memory deficits. Okay, Mount Nittany Middle School, here's your qualifying question. True or false? Toot is another name for amphetamine.
Go ahead.
True.
Sorry is false. Incorrect. So we'll go back to Bellefonte Middle School with a qualifying question. There are currently a higher number of older teens abusing inhalants than younger teens. Is that true or false?
True.
Sorry, incorrect. It is false. Back to Mount Nittany Middle School with a qualifying question. True or false? The US government focused heavily on the war on drugs.
True.
That is correct. Mount Nittany, you get to choose your category.
Prescription drugs.
Prescription drugs, new category for 100. What is the difference between opiates and opioids?
One's a prescription and one's an illegal drug.
Judges be incorrect. Sorry, incorrect. So can you get a second question?
Yes.
Okay. Nini, you may choose another question.
Tobacco.
Tobacco for 100. Name 4 harmful ingredients in smokeless tobacco.
Lead, fiberglass, nicotine, and chemicals.
I do not think that's correct. Sorry. Polonium, nitrosamines, formaldehyde, nicotine, cyanide, arsenic, cadmium, and lead. And just to go back for a second, I apologize. I should have read the correct answers to the question before, the difference between opiates and opioids. Opiates are substances derived from opium, while opioids are synthetic. I don't know that everyone saw that. Okay, so I think we have a second question for Mount Nittany. Thanks for keeping me straight. I'm struggling with the screens and where we are, so appreciate any help.
Actually, Mount Nittany's already had a second question, so
Oh,
we're
they
ready
did, okay.
fire to Bellefonte.
So qualifying question for Bellefonte. True or false, this is for Bellefonte Middle School. Some cannabinoid receptors are located in the part of the brain that influence pleasure.
True.
That is correct.
Yes.
Bellefonte, your choice.
Synthetic drugs.
Synthetic drugs for 200. How do manufacturers of spice evade legal restrictions placed on the 5 active chemicals most frequently found in spice?
They substitute different chemicals in their mixtures.
That's correct. You may choose again.
We even see tobacco.
Synthetic drugs.
Sticking with synthetic drugs for 300. What are some synthetic marijuana products sold as?
Got a ribbon.
Incense.
That is correct. Good job, Bellefonte Middle School. Qualifying question for Mount Nittany Middle School. True or false? Prescriptions and over-the-counter medications are the most commonly abused drug by high school students.
True.
Sorry, that is false. Go to Bellefonte Middle School with a qualifying question. True or false? Prescriptions and over-the-counter medications are among the top 5 most commonly abused drug by high school students.
True.
That is correct. Your choice on the board.
Synthetic drugs.
Synthetic drugs for 400. How long does detox of synthetic drugs typically take?
5 to 7 days.
That is correct. You may choose again.
Synthetic drugs.
Finishing out the category for 500. What is typically the initial goal of detox?
Physical stabilization.
Yes, we'll accept that. That's correct. Good work, and we will now go to a qualifying question for Mount Nittany Middle School. So Mount Nittany Middle School, true or false, Valium is a Schedule II drug?
True.
Sorry, it is false. Over to Bellefonte Middle School for a qualifying question. True or false, Captain Cody refers to morphine?
Can you repeat the question?
Sure. Captain Cody refers to morphine.
True.
Incorrect. It's actually false. Back to Mount Nittany Middle School. Qualifying question, true or false? Codeine can be found in Tylenol.
True.
That is correct. Mount Nittany, you may choose your category.
I can do it.
Tobacco.
Tobacco for 200. Name 3 harmful risks of using chewing tobacco.
Tooth decay, gum disease, and mouth cancer.
That's correct. Good job. You may choose again.
Tobacco.
Tobacco for 300. What 4 harmful chemicals are not added to tobacco, but are inhaled when smoking?
We don't know all 4.
Okay. So if Kelly can put up the answers. Nicotine, cadmium, lead, and nitrate. We will go to a qualifying question for Bellefonte Middle School. K2 is the second most commonly used illicit drug among seniors. True or false?
True.
That is correct. All right, Bellefonte, you may choose your category.
Tobacco.
Tobacco for 400. What does COPD stand for?
Chronic obstructive pulmonary disease.
Judges? Correct.
I think I.
Chronic obstructive pulmonary disease. All right, Bellefonte, you may choose again.
Yeah.
Tobacco.
Closing out the category, tobacco for 500. What is shisha and hubble bubble referring to?
Smoking, hookah, or smoking.
Yes, smoking hookah. That is correct. Good job, Bellefonte Middle School. We will now go to a qualifying question for Mount Nittany. True or false? There were 304 calls to the Poison Control Center concerning bath salts in 2010.
False.
Sorry, that is actually true. Over to Bellefonte Middle School qualifying question. True or false? Synthetic drugs are hard to synthesize, so it is easy for the DEA and FDA to stay on top of the distribution of synthetic drugs.
Can you please repeat the question?
Sure. True or false? Synthetic drugs are hard to be synthesized, so it is easy for the FDA and DEA to stay on top of the distribution of synthetic drugs.
False.
That is correct. Bellefonte Middle School, you may choose your category.
Vaping.
Vaping for 200. Name 3 components in an e-cigarette / vape.
Drip tips, e-liquids, and batteries.
What was the first thing that you said?
Drip tips.
Yes, that is correct.
Good job.
All right, Bellefonte Middle School, you may choose again.
You can do prescription.
Vaping.
We'll stay with vaping for 300. The FDA has cracked down on which vaping company for its advertisements in targeting teens and youth?
Juul.
Jewel, that is correct.
Job.
Good job, and we will now go to Mount Nittany Middle School with a qualifying question. All right, Mount Nittany Middle School, true or false? Acute myeloid leukemia is a health risk of tobacco abuse.
True.
That is correct. You may pick your category.
Vaping.
Vaping for 400. A regular Juul pod holds as much nicotine as a pack of blank regular cigarettes.
20.
That is correct. You choose again.
Vaping.
Closing out the category, vaping for 500. Vapes and e-cigarettes have been on the market since blank.
2007.
That is correct. Good job. All right, we're getting down to the end of the board. We have 4 questions left, so we'll go to Bellefonte Middle School with a qualifying question. True or false? Alcohol is a natural product.
True.
That is correct. And I think you'll be going with prescription drugs for 200. So Kelly, or I can read the question. I'm going to wait till it spins over so everyone can see it. The discovery of aspirin brought about a class of drugs called NSAIDs. What does NSAID stand for?
Non-steroidal anti-inflammatory drugs.
You nailed it. Excellent. All right. You get one more question here. We'll go to prescription drugs for 300. What are the effects of repeated abuse of prescription stimulants?
paranoia, anger, and psychosis. Psychosis.
Correct.
All right.
Yes. Anger, paranoia, and psychosis. Nice job. All right. 2 questions left. We are going to do a qualifying question with Mount Nittany Middle School. True or false, nasal damage is a result of smoking cocaine?
I feel like this is false.
True.
Sorry, it is false. We will go to Bellefonte Middle School for a qualifying question. True or false, most 16 to 17-year-olds abuse poppers and whippets?
Can you repeat the question?
Sure. Most 16 to 17-year-olds abuse poppers and whippets.
True.
Sorry, that's incorrect.
It's okay.
Back to Mount Nittany Middle School. True or false, the DEA was created by law in 1973.
True.
That is correct. You get to go to the board, and looks like it will be prescription drugs for 400. What percentage of youth ages 12 to 25 reported past year non-medical use of prescription medications?
Yes.
11.4.
Correct. Excellent job. One last question on the board. This goes to Mount Nittany Middle School. Prescription drugs for 500. What are the most common drugs involved in prescription opioid overdose deaths?
I thought it was.
Go ahead.
Oxytocin and oxycodone.
Okay, can you repeat those again, please? I'm sorry.
Oxytocin and oxycodone.
Sorry, that's not correct. Kelly, we were looking for methadone, oxycodone, and hydrocodone. So that completes our first game. Congratulations to both Mount Nittany and Bellefonte Area Middle Schools. You did a great job, Bellefonte.
Good game.
Good game.
Good game.
Came out a little bit ahead. 1,500 to 2,500. And I don't know if people can see behind Ian, the board, just to call their attention to it. We saw as the tiles were lifted, the dragon was slain. And so they're going to set up the board for the next game. Ian, I think is it going to be Bellefonte High School as one of the teams?
Bellefonte High School and Mountain Indian Middle School.
Okay.
We don't have access to breakout rooms, Kathy, Melissa, and Allie. So what we're doing is we're gonna, and teams, just so y'all know, we have all your ribbons in these envelopes, and at the end we will, when we go do it, we'll assign the gift cards to each of your envelopes. And then I'll hand deliver them to the schools with everything, if that's okay. Awesome. Thank you all.
So we'll take about a 5-minute break or so, Ian?
I think a 5-minute break. I have 10:32 on my watch. What do you all have?
That's what I have too.
Okay, so we'll see you all in 5 minutes while we reset the board and get back together, okay? Thanks, everybody. Great first game.
Yes, great job, both teams. That was fantastic. And I was wondering if Kathy, if you can hear me, could I give you a call or you give me a call by phone?
Sure.
I don't know if I have your number.
I can put it in the chat.
Yeah, I was just looking for the chat. I'm not seeing it.
Okay.
Mark.
Denise
said she'll send you. Denise.
Yeah,
said
Denise
she'll
can
send
get
you
my
Kathy's
number. Thank you, Kelly.
Okay.
Hey, Ian. Kelly, or there's it. Did you say, are the kids to be going to a breakout room or something with the ribbons right now?
You tell her.
Yeah. What screen am I looking at?
I'll just so we don't have access to breakout rooms on this platform today. So what we're gonna do is Haley has same gift cards as last year. Haley's gonna go through each of the ribbons that she put them all in envelopes, and then we'll divvy them up, and I'll deliver them to you with when we hand out certificates and the other gift cards for the game. Or we could do it if we are able to at the end have some, depending on what happens, some kind of celebration together, but we will take care of the gift cards on our side.
Okay. Thanks, Ian. Hey, you guys.
Does that make sense? Huh? Oh yeah, if you want to move them over there. All right, everybody, about 30 seconds and start coming back.
Ian, we need like 2 minutes.
All right, are we about ready to get started again? If you are in the room, if you could show your camera, turn your camera on. We'll give it another minute as people do some last minute things, but we will prepare for Mount Nittany Middle School against Bellefonte High School.
We have an audience of 8 watching us live right now.
Excellent.
All right, everyone's back, Mark.
Okay, are we ready to get started?
Mount Nittany Middle School, Bellefonte High School, are you all ready? Yes. Okay, good luck, everybody, and have fun.
Nope, then I'll ask next. I'm gonna ask them.
Are you gonna flip a coin, Ian? All right, looks like the official coin is on the table.
Heads and tails. Mount Nittany, would you like to call it this time?
I go. I
Say
know
one.
where to decide.
Heads.
Heads it is. Mount Nittany goes first.
All right, Mount Nittany. Good luck to both teams. And here is the first qualifying question for Mount Nittany Middle School. True or false? 80% of males arrested for crimes in Philadelphia in 1998 tested positive for any kind of drug.
True.
True is correct. You may choose your category.
Prevention program.
Prevention programs for 100. This prevention program is a classroom-based universal prevention program designed to prevent adolescent tobacco, alcohol, marijuana use, and violence.
I don't think it is. Life skills.
Sorry, it's incorrect. We were looking for too good for drugs and violence. All right, you get to choose again.
Prevention programs.
Same category for 200. This program is a structured support group for girls from 9 to 18 years, integrates relational theory, resiliency practices, and skills training in a specific format designed to increase positive connection, personal and collective strengths, and competence in girls.
Girls Circle.
That is correct. Good job. And we will go to Bellefonte Area High School with a qualifying question. True or false? Only 43% of females arrested in New York City tested positive for any kind of drug.
False. False.
False is correct. All right, you may choose your category.
Prevention programs.
Sticking with the theme of prevention programs for 300. This prevention program consists of parenting skills, children's life skills, and family skills training courses taught together in 14 two-hour group sessions. Parents and children participate in SFP both separately and together.
Strengthening Families program.
That is correct. All right, you get another choice.
Prevention program.
All right, prevention programs for 400. Oh, we got to go one more down. Thank you. This prevention program puts social and emotional learning to work through fun and interactive lessons, building the self-confidence young people need to make healthy choices and achieve success.
Life skills.
That is correct.
Yeah.
Nicely done. All right. Back to Mount Nittany Middle School with a qualifying question. True or false? A vast majority of Americans use marijuana.
Repeat the question, please.
Sure. True or false? A vast majority of Americans use marijuana.
False.
That is correct. You may pick a category from the board.
Prevention program.
Prevention programs for 500. This prevention program matches adults with youth and provides children facing adversity with strong and enduring, professionally supported one-to-one relationships that change their lives for the better forever.
Big brother, little sister. Or sorry, big brother, big sister. Yeah.
Yes, well done, correct? And you get one more choice.
Tobacco.
Tobacco for 100. What disease has an increased risk of 20 to 30% when inhaling secondhand smoke?
Heart disease.
Sorry, that's not what we were looking for. We were looking for lung cancer. Okay, good try. Over to Bellefonte High School for a qualifying question. True or false? By 2011, there were 8,000 new marijuana users every day.
True.
Sorry, it's false. Back to Mount Nittany Middle School. Qualifying question for you. True or false? Marijuana typically drives the trends in estimates of any illicit drug use.
I don't know. True.
That is correct. What category would you like?
Alcohol.
Alcohol for 100. What is an alcohol blackout?
A gap in someone's memory when they were intoxicated.
That is correct. Well done. You may choose again.
Alcohol.
Sticking with alcohol for 200. How does alcohol affect the kidneys?
Dehydration.
I'm going to go to the judges on this. If we have Kathy or Sandy.
We can give her a chance to give more.
I'm sorry, you were breaking up a little bit. They said dehydration.
It's an incomplete answer. She could give us a little more.
Okay.
Come up here.
Yep, Mount Nittany Middle School, can you give us a little more?
Kidney, that filters the blood so that the kidney cannot like produce. No, doesn't produce blood. What does it produce? That's what I think it is. No, that's not.
The kidney can't filter and clean the blood.
I think that's a good answer along with the dehydration. So that is correct.
Yeah.
Okay. Well done. We will go back to Bellefonte Area High School for qualifying question. True or false, one motivation for prescription drug abuse is to enhance cognition.
True.
That is correct. You may pick a category from the board.
Alcohol.
Alcohol for 300. In 2019, what percentage of 12th graders drank alcohol during the past month? That is correct. Hit it on the head.
Alcohol.
Sticking with alcohol. Alcohol for 400. What does the breath alcohol test measure?
It measures the amount of alcohol in your exhale breath.
That is correct. And I would ask if you can turn your volume up a little, I think, or get closer to the microphone next time you speak. That is correct. So good job. And we are back to Mount Nittany Middle School with a qualifying question. True or false? Morphine can be injected, swallowed, and smoked.
True.
That is correct. Mount Nittany, choose your category.
Alcohol.
Finishing out the alcohol category for 500. The 2018 National Survey of Drug Use and Health reports that how many Americans aged 12 and older were past month binge drinkers?
$67.1 million.
You got it exactly. Congratulations, good work. All right, you may choose again.
Tobacco.
Tobacco for 200. Name 3 over-the-counter medications that help relieve the symptoms of nicotine withdrawal.
Gum, nicotine patches, and throat lozenges. I can't say it.
That is correct. Yep, that's a tough word. I think lozenges, along with the patch, gum, nasal spray, inhalers. All right, well done. I believe we are back to Bellefonte Area High School with a qualifying question. True or false, Blue Heaven and Yellow Sunshine are both names for Schedule 4 drug LSD.
Can you please repeat that?
Sure. Blue Heaven and Yellow Sunshine are both names for Schedule 4 drug LSD.
False.
That is correct. It is false. All right. Bellefonte, your choice on the big board.
Tobacco.
Tobacco for 300. What are the 3 most common side effects nicotine and smoking have on the brain? And if you could just speak into the microphone a little closer, please.
Cognitive decline, increase of dementia, and loss of brain volume.
Increase risk of dementia.
That is correct. All right. Bellefonte, you get one more choice.
Tobacco.
Tobacco for 400. What signal teaches the brain to repeat the behavior of smoking?
Dopamine signal.
Correct. The dopamine signal. Nicely done. And we are back to Mount Nittany Middle School with a true-false qualifying question. The DEA used its emergency scheduling authority to control some of the synthetic substances in bath salts in 2012.
True.
Sorry, that is false. So we'll go to Bellefonte Area High School with a qualifying question, true or false. In 2011, 6 of the chemicals found in bath salts and spice were categorized as Schedule 1 substances.
True.
Sorry, that is false. Back to Mount Nittany Middle School. So Mount Nittany, true or false? Hookah has been practiced for centuries.
True.
That is correct. You may choose on the big board.
Tobacco.
Closing out tobacco for 500. Cigarette smoking is responsible for more than 480,000 deaths per year in the United States. How many are related to secondhand smoking?
More than 41,000.
That is correct. Well done. Go ahead and make your second pick.
Law and order.
Law and order for 100. Drugging another person without their knowledge or consent is a what?
Crime.
A crime and a very bad thing, correct. All right, so I believe we're on a qualifying question for Bellefonte Area High School. True or false? Smoking hookah is just as toxic as smoking cigarettes.
True.
That is correct. All right, Bellefonte, you may pick your category.
Law and order.
Law and order for 200. While some states have legalized possession of marijuana for medical use with a physician's recommendation, it is still considered illegal in all cases under what law?
Federal law.
That is correct, under federal law. Go ahead and choose again.
Cocaine.
I'm sorry, did you say cocaine?
Yes.
Cocaine for 100. As the board gets more and more tiles taken off. What is prevented from being recycled in the brain when cocaine is used?
Dopamine.
That is correct. All right. Moving back over to Mount Nittany. True or false? Alcohol can be used as a cleaner, antiseptic, or sedative.
True.
That's correct. Which category would you like?
Prescription drugs.
Prescription drugs for 100. Taking someone else's prescription, even for a legitimate medical complaint, is an example of what?
Prescription drug misuse.
That is correct. You may choose again.
Prescription drugs.
All right, we'll stick with that category for 200. How is cognitive behavioral therapy effective when treating prescription stimulant drug addiction?
It teaches your brain new habits.
Okay, I'm going to go to the judges on this.
Sorry, that's incorrect.
Kathy saying, okay, incorrect. We need to go to the judges occasionally since they're very well paid. We need to make sure we're utilizing their services. Okay. Back to Bellefonte Area High School with the qualifying question. True or false, crack can be smoked or injected?
True.
That is correct. That is true. All right, Bellefonte, which would you like?
Law and order.
Law and order for 300. In Pennsylvania, possession of less than 1 gram of heroin is considered what kind of possession? That is correct. Simple possession. Choose again.
Prescription drugs.
All right, prescription drugs for 300. Researchers suspect that GABA may have what effect on the nervous system?
Calming and relaxing effect.
That is correct. Well done. Qualifying question for Mount Nittany Middle School. True or false? Candy and Mojo are street names for cocaine.
True.
That is correct. Your choice of category.
Law and Order.
Law and Order for 400. What is the penalty for selling marijuana to a minor in Pennsylvania?
Jail or fine?
We go to the judges. Do we need more than that?
We would need some specifics.
A fine or up to 30 days in jail?
Sorry, that is not correct. We were looking for a felony charge of up to 2 years in jail and a $5,000 fine. Okay.
Law and Order.
Law and Order for 500. Biphetamine and dexedrine are two kinds of what Schedule II drug?
Opioids.
Sorry, that's incorrect. We were looking for amphetamine. Okay, Bellefonte Area High School, qualifying question. True or false? Nitrous oxide are known as poppers.
False.
Correct, that is false. Your choice on the board.
Prescription drugs.
Prescription drugs for 400. What kind of drug abuse causes the largest percentage of deaths from drug overdosing?
Prescription.
Prescription, yes, that is correct. You may choose again.
Prescription drugs.
All right, we'll close out the category for 500, prescription drugs. What type of prescription drug stops pain, but can also cause constipation, drowsiness, and slow breathing?
Opioids.
Opioids is correct. Well done. Mount Nittany Middle School, qualifying question. True or false? inhalants depress the central nervous system?
False.
Incorrect, that is actually true. Go back to Bellefonte Area High School.
Also, I don't think we got the points for the last 500-point question. We had 3,400, never got that point.
Yeah, they got that correct.
Thank you.
No, you didn't,
Okay.
you did a qualifying question yet.
We thought you guys got it wrong.
It's okay.
It's a
Okay.
little.
Question first.
My question too.
All right, yeah, so we do need to do a qualifying question for Bellefonte. So this is for Bellefonte Area High School. True or false? Relaxation of blood vessels are a side effect of inhalants.
True.
That is correct. And I think we will just do cocaine for 200. I don't know if we saw the question, but I don't think so. So this is for Bellefonte Area High School. Name 2 of the 4 severe health consequences of cocaine overdose.
Strokes and seizures.
That's correct. And we will move on to cocaine for 300. Name 4 common street names for cocaine.
Coke, blow, dust, line. Right?
Correct.
I'm sorry, I'm sorry.
So it will be a qualifying question for Mount Nittany Middle School. Are you ready, Mount Nittany? True or false? The most common narcotic found in the system of juveniles arrested in 1998 was prescription drugs.
True.
Sorry, that was false. Qualifying question, over to Bellefonte Area High School. 1 out of 5 prisoners in the US admitted to committing a crime in order to support his or her drug addiction.
True.
That is correct. So it looks like Bellefonte Area High School will get the last 2 questions on the board. Cocaine for 400. How long does the high effect from cocaine last?
A few minutes to an hour.
That is correct. And the last question on the board for 500. What does it mean to take cocaine in binges?
It means to take cocaine repeatedly and use increasingly higher doses.
That is correct. Well done. Congratulations to both teams and for Bellefonte Area High School coming out ahead. Well done.
Good game.
Good game.
Okay, so we have 2 games down. We're going to take another break for about 5 minutes to reset everything.
Yeah, we'll just take another 5-minute break while we fix the board, and then it will be Bellefonte versus Bellefonte.
All right, the Battle of the Bellefonte coming up in 5. See everybody in a few minutes. Are our two schools close to being ready? Is the Dragon board ready? The digital board is ready.
This is for the championship, right? It's played.
High school will need 2 more minutes. Their food got delivered during the break, so they're just finishing up.
Sure. So
That could be an unfair advantage for them.
So we're gonna be Bellefonte Middle School versus Bellefonte High School for the championship.
Here's a question for Bellefonte High School. Did you all go to Bellefonte Middle School, or did some of you move in later? Or okay, so you're going against your alma mater. Split loyalties there.
Go to Bellefonte High School. They're actually competing against siblings from Bellefonte members with Bellefonte Middle School. So
Sister and brother versus sister and brother.
After this, leave it on the Slay the Dragon court. Don't take it home with y'all.
Hey, everybody, we need to log off at noon. So if we miss the end of the match, good luck to both teams.
Thank you, Allie and Mount Nittany.
Thanks, Allie. Thanks, Mount Nittany. Good job. I hope to see you all. If we don't get to say bye,
You guys did great this year.
great job. Give 'em a round.
Fantastic.
good to see you. Bye.
Bye, everybody.
Well, they're getting.
Thank you for letting them take time to eat. They are ready.
Of course.
All right, so we're gonna let the Bellefonte area high school call it first. So Adam here is gonna flip the coin.
Official championship coin.
Tails. Tails.
It is tails.
All right, take it away, high school.
All right. Let's start game 3. Bellefonte Area High School qualifying question, true or false? In recent years, the number of drug-related homicides has nearly tripled.
One second, just a technical difficulty. on our
Absolutely.
True.
Actually, it's false.
I had a feeling.
So we will do a qualifying question to the middle school. I'll just hold up here a second. I mean, this is a really small glitch. In actuality, it's been pretty amazing how smoothly things have been going, considering all the moving parts. Are we good to go? Okay, so for the middle school qualifying question, true or false? During the 1990s, the number of prisoners in federal prisons grew rapidly.
True.
That is correct. All right, you may make the first selection on the board.
Marijuana.
Marijuana for 100. What is the most common illicit drug used for the first time?
Marijuana.
That is correct. You may choose again.
Marijuana.
All right, staying with this category. For people who begin using marijuana before the age of 18, how many are likely to become addicted?
1 in 6.
That is correct. Well done. We will go to the high school for a qualifying question. True or false for the high school? Americans aged 12 to 17 that believe there is a great risk of harm. Let me rephrase that. Americans aged 12 to 17 believe that there is a great risk of harm in smoking marijuana.
False.
That is correct. Your category, please.
Street terms.
Street terms for 100. Why would little c be prescribed?
To treat mild to moderate pain.
That is correct. You may choose again.
Street terms.
Street terms for 200. One of the serious side effects of toot is a heart attack. What is toot?
Cocaine.
That is correct. Back to the middle school with a qualifying question. True or false, the FDA has approved the medicinal use of isolated components of the marijuana plant?
True.
Correct. Take your choice.
Street terms.
All right, street terms for 300. What does the term crack refer to?
The sound it makes when it is heated up.
You check with the judges, is that enough?
I think we need a little more.
What did we say? What say that only a set of eggs and cook it up.
Okay. So when cocaine is cooked, boiled,
Oh, it makes a sound.
it makes that crack sound.
That's why it's called.
You got it. Correct.
Good job.
That was a good follow-up. You get to choose another category.
Street terms.
Street terms.
All right. We will stay with street terms now for 400. How can SCAG be administered?
Smoked, injected, and inhaled.
That's correct. Okay, over to the high school. for a qualifying question. True or false, Ritalin is also known as crackers.
True.
That's correct. Choose your category.
Street terms.
All right, street terms for 500. What does PCP stand for?
Benzcycliodine.
Excellent. I won't ask you to spell it. That is correct. All right. Next category.
Marijuana.
Marijuana for 300. When people begin using marijuana as teenagers, the drug may impair what?
Thinking, learning, functions, and how connections are made in the brain and memory.
That's good. Excellent. There's quite a long list. Thinking, memory, learning functions, and how the brain builds connections between the areas necessary for those functions. All right. Well done. Back to the middle school with qualifying question. True or false, R2 is Ritalin?
True.
Sorry, it's false. Good guess. Good try. Over to the high school. Qualifying question. True or false? All drugs classified as hallucinogens are Schedule I drugs.
False.
Sorry, that's true. Back over to the middle school. Qualifying question, true or false? Flashback is a health risk for blotter users.
Can you repeat the question?
Sure. Flashback is a health risk for blotter users.
True.
That is correct. Choose your category, please.
Marijuana.
Marijuana for 400. Drugs are categorized based on their effects and properties. What three categories can marijuana fall into?
There you go.
Depressant, stimulant, and hallucinogen.
Excellent, correct. All right, get another choice.
Marijuana.
All right, we'll finish out the category. Marijuana for 500. What kind of plant does marijuana come from?
Cannabis plant.
You got it, that's correct. Finished out the category, nicely done. All right, qualifying question for the high school. True or false, spice is commonly sold under the name Moon Rocks and Lunar Wave.
False.
That's correct. All right, Your choice on the board.
Synthetic drugs.
Did you say synthetic drugs?
Synthetic drugs. Synthetic drugs.
Okay, synthetic drugs for 100. Desomorphine is a synthetic form of heroin often called what?
It's crocodile.
Yes, correct.
That is their favorite answer every year.
So glad you got your favorite question there. All right, you get to pick again. Alcohol for 100. What percentage of underage drinking is done in the form of binge drinking?
90.
That's correct, 90%. All right, qualifying question for the middle school. True or false? More 12th grade males abuse spice compared to 12th grade females.
False.
Sorry, that is true. We'll kick it over to the high school. Qualifying question. True or false? 11.8% of 8th graders use tobacco.
False.
That's correct. All right, choose your category.
Alcohol.
Alcohol for 200. What percentage of alcohol is consumed by people ages 12 to 20 in the United States?
%.
11% is correct. Well done. Go ahead and choose again.
Alcohol.
All right, sticking with alcohol for 300. Why are states like Pennsylvania and Utah known as control states?
It controls the sale of distilled spirits and in some places wine and beer, using government agencies at the fullest sale level.
That is good, correct. All right, well done. Back over to the middle school with a qualifying question. True or false? There was a decline in the use of smokeless tobacco prior to 2009.
Can you repeat the question?
Absolutely. True or false? There was a decline in the use of smokeless tobacco prior to 2009.
True.
You got it, correct. All right. Bellefonte Middle, you get to choose.
Alcohol.
Alcohol for 400. Name 4 health problems resulting from alcohol use and abuse.
liver disease, heart disease, coma, and death.
He's frozen.
Actually, no, I'm just looking through the list. I'm seeing 3 things. I'm going to go to the judges. I'm seeing 3 out of 4. Or 2 out of 4.
I'm seeing 2 out of the 4.
I'm sorry, 2 out of 4.
Yeah, so.
So sorry, incorrect. Dementia, stroke, cancer, depression, pretty much everything else that can go wrong. All right.
Alcohol.
One more choice, Bellefonte area middle. Okay, alcohol for 500. So on the board, can we go to alcohol for 500, please? How many drinks is classified as binge drinking for women?
Four in 2 hours.
You got it. That's correct. Well done. All right, we're about halfway through the board. We are going to a qualifying question for Bellefonte Area High School. True or false? Students Against Drunk Driving was renamed Students Against Destructive Decisions.
True.
Correct?
Synthetic drugs.
Right.
Synthetic drugs.
Synthetic drugs for 200? What is the most common way synthetic marijuana is abused?
Smoking.
Smoking is correct. And pick again.
Synthetic drugs.
Sticking with synthetic drugs for 300. What is a designer drug?
It is a synthetic drug that is usually illegal, but they substitute in different substances to make it legal.
That's correct. Well done. All right, it is time for a qualifying question for the middle school. True or false? Alcohol only affects the central nervous system.
False.
Correct. Choose your category. You have 3 choices left.
Synthetic drugs.
Synthetic drugs for 400. What unknown ingredients are in products sold as spice or K2 that make users unaware of what they're putting into their bodies or the effects of the product?
Chemical compositions.
That is correct. Next choice.
Synthetic drugs.
All right, closing out the category, synthetic drugs for 500. Where are bath salts usually sold?
Online or in drug paraphernalia stores.
You got it. Well done. All right, qualifying question for Bellefonte Area High School. The effect and intensity of cocaine depends on the method of use.
True.
That is true. All right. You have two choices. Which category would you like?
Do one of each.
Cocaine.
All right, we'll start with cocaine for 100. What class of drug is cocaine?
Stimulant.
That's correct.
Cocaine again.
Cocaine again for 200. What does cocaine look like as a street drug?
A fine white crystal powder.
You got it, correct. Well done. Okay, let's go to the middle school with a qualifying question. True or false? There are only two methods of cocaine abuse.
Can you repeat the question?
Sure. True or false? There are only two methods of cocaine abuse.
False.
Correct. Your choice.
Cocaine.
All right, stick with the cocaine. How does cocaine affect blood vessels in the body?
Constricts blood vessels.
Judges, is that enough?
Oh, wait, oh, just.
I think we need a little more.
Can you offer a little more?
Constricts blood vessels in the central nervous system of the body.
Sorry, that's incorrect. We were looking for also temporarily narrowing arteries and reducing blood flow. All right, almost, but not quite. You get to choose again though.
Cocaine.
All right, cocaine for 400. Name the three vital life functions cocaine elevates.
Irregular breathing, increased heart rate, and increased blood pressure.
You just missed it. I'm sorry. You were close. You had 2 out of 3. We were looking for blood pressure, body temperature, and heart rate. Okay. Back to the high school for a qualifying question. True or false, sudden sniffing death is heart failure within a few hours.
Can you please repeat the question?
Sure. True or false, sudden sniffing death is heart failure within a few hours.
What does it? True.
Sorry, it's false. Okay, we're to the middle school qualifying question. True or false, the rise of lethal weapons has led to drug violence becoming more deadly?
True.
That is correct. All right, middle school, choose your category.
It's okay.
Cocaine.
Cocaine for 500. Approximately how many Americans are cocaine users?
$2.4 million.
Sorry, you weren't too far off, but it was a bit more than that. It was more than double, 5 million. All right, you get to choose again. And I think you only have one choice. Inhalants for 100. What is sudden sniffing death syndrome?
Abrupt death caused by inhalant abuse.
Correct. All right. Over to the high school in a very, very tight game. Qualifying question, true or false? African-American children are more likely than white or Latino children to have a parent in prison.
True.
Sorry, that is false. Back to the middle school. True or false? According to a 2003-2004 study, at least 2/3 of drug arrests lead to criminal convictions.
Can you repeat the question?
Sure. True or false? According to a 2003-2004 study, at least 2/3 of drug arrests lead to criminal convictions.
True.
That is correct. All right, to the middle school. Looks like it will be inhalants for 200. What are volatile solvents?
Liquids that vaporize at room temperature.
Correct. Next one in the category for 300. So let's go with 300 in inhalants. Thank you. What are inhalants?
Chemicals found in ordinary household, or workplace products that people inhale on purpose to get high.
You nailed it. Correct. Well done. Okay. Qualifying question for the high school. True or false? Congress determined marijuana is now a Class 2 drug.
False.
That is false, correct. All right, last two questions are for Bellefonte Area High School. Inhalants for 400. Name 3 signs of inhalant abuse.
Oh, hallucinations, dilated pupils, and marks around the nose and mouth.
I'm sorry, could you repeat that one more time, a little more slowly?
Hallucinations, dilated pupils, marks around the nose and mouth.
Congratulations, you got it. And there's a long list there. And that wraps up our game. Is that right? Or do we have one more? Oh, I'm sorry, one more. So inhalants for 500. Inhalants of various types have been reported to do what kind of damage to the face and aerodigestive tract?
Freeze and burn.
Freeze and burn, that is correct. And that wraps up the game. So congratulations to both Bellefonte Area High School and Bellefonte Area Middle School. Middle school came out just ahead in a very tight squeaker, 3,900 to 3,500.
Bellefonte Middle School would like to present you virtually, and then I'll take it to you all for real when we go deliver the trophies and your gift cards. And congratulations to all the teams that participated. Bellefonte High School, great job, and thank you so much. To our judges, Sandy and Kathy, great job as always. Thank you for your continuous support of YSB and this wonderful game. And Mark, our MC, thank you all for everything. I know you did a lot more talking than everybody. So, and of course, to the students, without your hard work, you should all be very proud of yourself. There were some very close games today. So thank you so much. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Thank you. Great job, everybody.
You also.
I think 2 of you should carry the trophy because this one person might get hurt trying to carry it. It's so big.
I've broken the trophy twice, so.
You just have to.
Bye, everybody.
Yep.
Coaches, I'll email you all to set up times for us to hand over trophies and gift cards and everything.
Great job, Kayla and Kelly and everyone else.
Bye.